So you're probably wondering a couple of things. One, why am I in a classroom? Two, why is my video quality way less than it usually is? Well, I'll tell you. My phone suffered a very unfortunate fate and will no longer be with us for the coming semester. So unfortunately, I was able to pick up a $20 Pantech phone, and it was $20 because the screen is very cracked. And if you'll see the version of myself that is in real time, we'll be showing you all the phone right now. Please look at me. Please look at me in the classroom right now, and you'll see that I'm holding the really, really bad phone that this is being taken on. And yeah, cool. We're gonna get it right going. So last week was the first debut release by Dinosaur Jr. And today we'll be going over the sophomore album, You're Living All Over Me, which was released in 1987, while the band was still aptly named Dinosaur before the lawsuit. So copies of the album were actually recalled after the lawsuit and reissued as the Dinosaur Jr. version. This album I fucking love it. I fucking love this album, man. It's just way better and way more cohesive. J Mask has definitely found his singing voice way more than he had on the last album. The thickness of the guitars and the instrumentals are just way more powering. The song structures way more cohesive, way more memorable songs. Just generally just a very much better put together album. This album was actually critically acclaimed at the time by indie music reviewers and such, and you can definitely hear influences in later 90s rock such as the Pixies or Nirvana. My Bloody Valentine credited this album as being the inspiration for their first EP before Loveless came out. I'm a little under the weather. But anyway, so we're just gonna kick it off with first song, Little Fury Things. Much noisier than the first record, as you can tell. J Mask has got super into like fuzz and wah and like tons of different types of distortion and like just essentially they were kind of like a poppy noise band at the time, which besides Sonic Youth there weren't really many bands out there doing that, which is really cool. Sludge Feast is probably one of my favorite songs of all time, let alone like favorite Dinosaur Jr. songs. It's the opening is so fucking heavy, and it's like very, very hardcore influenced riffage with like a really, really loud, like wiry tremolo picking going on. So yeah, fucking sick. Guitar Pit is another really good example of how visceral this album got with the noise and the fuzz and just generally like an album that didn't want to be a pop album, even though a lot of the elements kind of made it a pop album. So yeah, just generally, like, obviously way better album than their debut. Second album, like pretty good for a second album. Next week we'll be going over the band's third album and the point where Dinosaur Jr was definitely about to become a much different band. The album is called Bug, and we'll get to it when we get to it. So that's my review.